Parker, while we often say that Midland students make their own fun, over the past few years, it's probably more accurate to say you've made the fun for Midlanders. To put things in perspective, I think you've planned more dances in your time here than I've attended in my entire life. And in doing so, you've placed yourself at the heart of this community, making sure that those around you aren't just having a good time, but feel like they belong. You understand that community doesn't simply happen, but it has to be nurtured. And while you're a champion of fun, you also approach your responsibilities with deep care. Whether as dish house or waiter head or prefect, you are someone we could always count on to show up and support your peers. Your thesis on how the current administration has stripped women and girls of their rights wasn't just informative, it burned with curiosity and conviction. When you follow your passions, Parker, you shine. And we're all going to miss that light when you leave. Lainey Pickus will now speak on behalf of Fiona Brody.
Brody. I remember the very beginning of my time at Midland, Brody's junior year. She approached me during assembly to compliment my jewelry. It was a small moment, but it said so much about her. Her eye for beauty, her attentiveness, and most of all, her warm generosity of spirit. She has a way of making others feel seen and welcomed, which I've seen her do over and over. I've watched her grow into a thoughtful, nurturing, creative, and grounded woman. Whether guiding freshman lower yarders as a prefect or supporting new roommates who required more patience and care, she consistently showed up with empathy and grace, even in the challenging moments. Her senior project mural is such a great example of the beauty she brings into the world. Thoughtful, creative, and full of heart. This is just one of the ways she will leave a lasting impression on the Midland community. As she heads to Scripps College, they are very lucky to receive the heart, insight, and creativity she brings. We are so proud of you, Brody, and can't wait to see the beauty and love you'll continue to share with the world. John Babbitt will now speak on behalf of Ruby Campbell.
Sunset. Dusk gathers on the flanks of Grass Mountain, and soon the valley will fill with the sound of a bell heralding a 6 p.m. assembly. Down the trail, the galloping feet of a wild Rubissimus elegantus returning from a possibly illicit run out to the hairpin, hair and body spangled with wildflowers. At assembly, the flushed cheeks and raised eyebrows say it all. That was awesome, and I barely made it. This is just one of the ways in which we treasure and will remember Ruby. Keep it together. Here she has been an alchemist, tending the raku kiln or stirring the social cauldron with yet another inclusive hard luck. Weaving essays and poetry, strumming in the hammock, greeting every Johnny Jump Up and Mariposa Lily as a kindred spirit, Ruby is fully present. She gathers time, space, and attention within the crucible of her life and turns the combination into magic. Ruby, I admire how you balance deep self-investigation with a profound generosity of spirit. You love people and the world intensely, and it has been beautiful to watch as you've learned to trust that the world and your people love you right back. Keep inspiring those around you to be their wildest, kindest, and most curious selves, and please keep us and this place as one iteration of home. We love you, and we'll miss you very much. Charlotte Greenblatt will now speak on behalf of AC Connor.
I forbade AC from writing the digits of the number pi on my whiteboard. And AC did strictly follow my ban on writing pi, and instead would sneak into my classroom to write in a tiny perfect script across the top of the whiteboard a very long string of digits that was almost, but not quite, pi. You won't notice right away, but AC is the funniest person you know, and does things in a way that is both entirely different from how you might do them and also incredibly compelling. They'll make their own alphabet and leave messages for you to decipher in a secret script. They'll make intricate art, maybe using things the rest of us have discarded, or maybe, and this is real, having it displayed at the United States Capitol. They'll take full advantage of Midland at its most Midland, heading out on every hard luck, feeding the pigs every morning, serving all of the crepes, and being the best of friends. AC, I do not know what you will do out there in the great beyond, but I know that it will bring wonder. Andrew Gardner will now speak on behalf of Trace Garcia.
Trace, you are magnetic, dynamic, and full of an energy that naturally draws people in. You have embraced your identity fully, not as something to hide or soften, but as something to be proud of, to elevate, and to share. Your eloquence in expressing emotion, your sensitivity to others, and your ability to show strength and vulnerability have helped so many of us feel more seen, more accepted, and more brave. Trace, you have been an incredible adventure buddy. I have cherished the time spent with you swimming under secret waterfalls, in the depths of forgotten canyons, atop jagged peaks, and beneath starry skies. Out there, away from it all, I have seen you grow to move with confidence, curiosity, and a deep reverence for the land. Those moments revealed not just your love for nature, but your clarity of purpose. I've had the privilege of seeing your true self beyond the noise of school and distractions. Just the genuine, unfiltered you. What sets you apart, Trace, truly, is your unwavering desire to devote your life to making the world a better place through justice, compassion, and real, lasting change. Lauren Pearson will now speak on behalf of Claudia Gunn.
So, unfortunately, Claudia was unable to be here today, but this dedication is to you, Claudia. In short, in your short time at Midland, you have made a lasting impact on the barn and me. You were the first student to greet me with a smile, an open mind, and an open heart as I started mid-year as a director of the horse program. For that, I thank you. Despite facing some challenges throughout the year, your dedication to caring for animals at the barn did not go unnoticed. You always kept a positive attitude, showed up, and did your best every day. Your kind and willing attitude towards learning about horses and their care is truly wonderful. I will miss the mornings when Millie comes bounding up for her daily pets from Auntie Lauren and hearing the call out of "Millie, no!" as she dives her head into the grain to get her morning rations. As you move to the University of Vermont to study animal science, I have no doubt that you will continue to excel and make a difference in the lives of animals. Your determination and love for the animals will take you far, and we are excited to see all that you will accomplish in the future. Congratulations, Claudia, on your graduation, and best of luck to you on your journey ahead. Andrew Gardner will now speak on behalf of Sam Hetley.
Sam, you hold so much quiet strength. Not loud or boastful, but steady, like a deep current flowing in the ocean. Whether shaping the soul of a pipo from old-growth cedar, guiding a pier with quiet patience, or showing up after hours to earn your way, you move with a rare blend of humility and resolve. You listen with intent, you consider all with care, and in doing so, you invite others to rise alongside you. Your dedication reaches far beyond the scent of sawdust, into the classroom, into your jobs, and into the way you weave people together like wood grain. To spend the time mentoring you in the shop has allowed me to witness how a love for your craft and discipline can transform not only timber, but the very arc of your life. Charlotte Greenblatt will now speak on behalf of Gavin Hong.
Sometimes in calculus 2, the class would be stuck on a question that just didn't seem possible. And we'd look back to Gavin, and he'd smile and nod his head and show us how to do it in 3 or 4 steps. If I want to check a solution to a math problem, Gavin is the person that I go to. If someone else wants to prove that a problem I gave them is impossible, they'll say, even Gavin didn't get it right. Gavin arrived here in the middle of the night down a dusty road, so different from home, and made this place his home. He takes care as a student and as a prefect and welcoming new international student peers. He upholds expectations as a job head. He is a friend and a smile that we all rely on. And now, more than ever, our society needs mathematicians who will not only understand and conceive and advance new technologies, but who will think about the consequences, intended or unintended, of those technologies. And for all of this, Gavin is ready. Andrew Gardner is back now to speak on behalf of Kielsen Lawton.
A keel is the backbone of a boat, running beneath the surface to keep it stable and on course. And like a true keel, you, Kielsen, have faced all types of conditions at sea. There were times when life felt like a storm, when the winds howled, the waves crashed, and it seemed like everything was taking on water. But through it all, even when you were blown off course, you never capsized. The lessons you have learned on the water about trusting your instincts, knowing your limits, and reading the ocean have provided you safe passage to where we stand today. And now, Kielsen, you aren't just named for the backbone of a vessel, you've built one. Your wooden skiff is crafted with the same patience, skill, and soul you bring to everything you do. A true seafarer and craftsman, you remind us that strength is in the details and resilience is built plank by plank. As you shove off from this place towards your future, know that you have so much grit beneath the surface and that you will keep moving even when the tide might be against you. Dan Sussman will now speak on behalf of Tess McDonald.
Tess, with your steady hands and private curiosity, you've shaped our Midland world. You don't just recognize our oaks, you know them. By the lobes of their leaves, by the furrows in their trunks, and by the way their silhouettes lean into the sky. You know how the wood feels as it turns in your hands as you create mushrooms and spinning tops and acorns. Objects that feel like tiny artifacts of care. Whether you're coaxing all lower yard through a hard luck, or quietly laying the groundwork to bring back shower fires to Midland, there's a stubborn grace to the way you work. A tenacity wrapped in gentleness. A generosity that does not ask to be noticed. You just do what needs to be done. Well, I don't know exactly what shape your future will take. A scientist, artist, or something the world does not have a name for yet. I do know this. It will be intentional, it will be beautiful, and it will matter. We are all better for having watched you begin. Thank you, Tess. Michael Sobalski will now speak about George Nygren.
Your parents were married in this very spot. And there's a certain beauty in knowing that you are stepping into the next chapter of your own life, just as they did from here on Stillman Porch. The chapter that is closing now might be called Perseverance. Midland wasn't always easy for you, but it was beautiful. You've grown to know that you are capable of working through what feel like insurmountable challenges, and you now know the joy that is on the other side of impossible. The world needs you, George. You are a thoughtful and perceptive young man, and one of the things that I appreciate most about you is how you care for the people around you. So many times over the past years, after checking in during a challenging moment, you'd pause and genuinely ask, "How are you doing, Michael?" I'm not sure you realize how meaningful and uncommon that is, how wonderfully uncommon you are. Your capacity to feel for yourself and for others is a testament to the strength of your heart, and I'm sure that your heart will define your life. The sensitivity and care that you share with those around you are among the most important qualities needed in this community and the larger communities that you will be a part of. I'm excited to see how you author your next chapter, and it goes without saying that I'm so proud of you, George. We'll now hear from John Babbitt speaking on behalf of Akila Ramsey Ray.
Here stands our graceful, gritty, charismatic, and huge-hearted Akila. Akila, this moment is the one you held in your head, in your future gaze, when the going got really, really tough. I remember you saying to me, "I'm gonna stand on that porch." And here you are, boots on the boards, in the presence of your whole family, who are also proud of you, who all see you and love you. But it's all the accumulated time leading up to right now that gives this moment its meaning. Every hour spent deepening your connection with the land, every time you activated your keen sense of justice and fairness and made this place better, every afternoon you spent in pole barn repeatedly lifting the equivalent of a small car. But most of all, I think every small moment in which you grew towards an ever more open, sensitive, and gentle version of your innate self, in which you decided to trust the world despite the knocks. This, I think you know, is true strength, strength of spirit. We are so excited to see what you do with that strength, with your sense of adventure, and with your beautiful mind. You did it. We release you upon the waiting world, and I'll miss you very much. Bella Marill will now speak on behalf of Nate Replogue.
Am I taller than you? Yeah! So fun. Okay. The first thing I learned about Nate is his passion for flying. It is rare for someone so young to be so passionate, clear-eyed, and dedicated to a far-off goal. I am deeply afraid of flying. So what I want in a pilot is confidence, a calm demeanor, and empathy for others on board. This is Nate, someone with a strong sense of self and a quiet confidence. He is calm, mature, and measured when he needs to be. His care is palpable. He always checks in with me as he is passing me on campus and has let me know when he notices a fellow student that needs support. It has been impressive to see him work hard to accomplish his goals, whether it's missing fun weekend events here at school to finish his flying hours, or taking a challenging load of physics and calculus his senior year. Nate, I will miss having you on campus and in our advisory, and I will equally miss you making fancy smash burgers for all of us. I am so proud that you are headed to one of the best flight schools in the country, and I can't wait to see all that you accomplish next year. Genevieve will now speak on behalf of Ava.
Ava bubbled with excitement at our first advisory lunch this fall, describing her summer program at the New York Times. I met a bunch of yappers like me. We're all going to apply to Syracuse journalism program. Ava's yapping keeps the conversation lively at our advisory lunches. But in all seriousness, Ava generously gives to the Midland community through her voice. Her junior year, she and Caleb developed a passion project to revive the Midland Mirror. Ava has served as its editor, coordinating student writers, holding staff meetings, making layout decisions, and publishing an edition each term. She surprised us all with her beautiful singing voice when David Garcia featured her as lead vocals on his original album. Ava gave 3 chapels this year instead of the usual 1. Last year's senior class noticed Ava's craft with words and asked her to be the junior speaker at their graduation. Syracuse noticed too, and she fulfilled her dream to enroll in their journalism program. As Ava delivered her thesis presentation on pharmaceutical industry direct marketing, I could see a possible future. Investigative journalism, boardroom presentations to the editors, wherever life may take you, Ava. I know you will not miss 7:45 sign-in, or graveyard, or work laps, but we will miss your effervescent spirit and your generous voice. Lainey Pickus will now speak on behalf of Caleb Silverberg.
Caleb has been a never-ending source of big smiles and comical moments at Midland. I remember the first time we really connected in my health office after the passing of his AD. That day, he opened up with so much heart, insight, and thoughtfulness, revealing the depth behind his humor and quick wit. I was honored that he shared so much about his process and grateful that he continued to do so throughout this year. Junior Experiential Week was a real treat. Somehow, Caleb was wide awake and full of chaotic energy at the crack of dawn, while the rest of us in the cooking group were barely functioning. His humor and buzz carried us through, and I'm honestly still impressed we managed to pull off breakfast. Over the years, his big smile and quick wit lifted the mood more times than I can count. And just when we thought we had him figured out, Caleb returned senior year with a brand new voice that surprised us all. It's been a joy to witness Caleb's growth and the depth behind his humor. Cornell University is lucky to have Caleb, and we can't wait to see how he brings his heart, humor, and hospitality to the East Coast. I'm so proud of you. And now Ellie Moore will speak on behalf of Simon Stellenberg.
Oh, mon Simon. Simon, as our resident Swiftie-in-chief, it seems only appropriate that I tell the story of your Midland experience through your own era's tour. In your debut era, you arrived ready already as our math wizard, volleyball leader, waiter head, and crit captain, bright-eyed, capable, already a legend. Your fearless era, the day you made me, a faculty waiter fill-in, re-clean a table 4 times. Not out of cruelty, I think, but care. Because everything you do, whether leading a job crew, coaching volleyball, offering a Spanish vocab tip, is done with intention and heart. Then came your lover era, making crepes for the whole school, leading DEIJ film discussions on Jewish identity and culture, showing up early and often to make Midland sweeter and more thoughtful for everyone around you. Your reputation and red era, that's senior project. A full-blown video game coded from scratch with pixelated cabins, inside jokes, and avatars of your peers. During your presentation, we could barely hear you above the crowd's roar. Through it all, your folklore era gently shimmered, proof that brilliance and kindness are not mutually exclusive, that leadership can sound like laughter, that sparkle and rigor are playmates. So keep coding, keep singing, keep finding the beauty in big dreams and messy tables. And trust me, we will always be cheering from the front row. And now Michael Sobalski will speak on behalf of Cecile Houston.
While preparing for your chapel a few months ago, you told me something along the lines of, I have a bunch of ideas, but I don't have anything to share. The story you told in chapel was of your home city and its complexity, and what it is to love a place despite the parts that you don't love. Something you said struck me as deep wisdom. With the bad comes the good. What I hear in that is a whisper of your worldview. It's one that looks for goodness in the dark times. Cecile, you have so much to share, and the more you do, the more you will see the world around you change for the better. It will change for the better because you see things that others miss, and your moral compass reads true. You look for ways to heal old wounds and create new realities. Here at Midland, you have collaborated with faculty, the administration, and your peers so that our systems might one day mirror the world you envision. A world that is founded in justice, that uplifts and empowers all. Your advocacy for restorative practices training and your research on matriarchal governance are just pieces of the future that you are going to help create. I'll say it again. You have so much to share, and we need to hear it. Faith Nygren is going to next share on behalf of Morgan Weldon.
Every August, during the opening of the year faculty meetings, we see images of the new students and hear a few words about them, where they're from, what they're into, things like that. I vividly remember August of 2021. Sierra said, "And Faith, you will be Morgan's advisor." Morgan's picture was amazing. One of the cutest, most whimsical grins I've ever seen. I thought to myself, oh gosh, what in the world is this child going to be like? The grin was a really important cue. And I came to understand that the whimsy comes from heavy consideration of the world around her and the people in it. She sees the world in a humorous way and has lots of accurate opinions and expresses them freely. She's also incredibly kind and supportive of other students, the faculty, and what they're going through. It's impossible to calculate how many hours she's spent in the ceramics studio in the past 4 years. Impossible. She is an amazing maker and loves the process dearly. She also loves making crepes at Charlotte's Crepe Club, leading the basketball team, and working with the horses. In her own words, "I feel that I completed everything I could with the time allotted and am proud of the results." I can think of no stronger way to finish a high school career. Happiness and love to you, Morgan. We will all miss you.